morning, friends. Happy whatever day this finds you. Today, I am filming for the summer solstice. So this video will show up on the 20th of June, which is the summer solstice. So happy solstice to you. Here's some green tea for us this morning. Cheers. So whatever time you see this, remember at some point to get up, to stretch a little bit, to drink some water, take your meds if that applies to you, eat something if you can. And I hope that you remember that you are loved, you matter. I'm so glad you're here with me. And I hope that you have an awesome day. So for breakfast, we are enjoying quiche and some cucumbers and some fruit. So for me, the summer solstice is one celebration of summer, and it's also the day before my birthday. So tomorrow is my birthday. I'll be turning 44, I think. But it's also a chance for me to do kind of a mid-year check-in. So, you know, we always have our New Year's resolutions. Well, this year I have decided to follow the whatever calendar and check in on myself during those times. So the spring equinox, I did a quarter-year check-in. So today is a solstice, so we're gonna do a mid-year check-in on the goals and everything that I have for the year. But for right now, let's just sit back and enjoy breakfast and breathe and welcome summer or something like that. Alright, so first question. Here's your second cup of tea. Cheers. So, the significance of the rings and the jewelry. So, I've been wearing fidget rings for a couple years now, and my old ones were getting worn out and broken, and so I thought the summer solstice / my birthday was the perfect time to present myself with a new set of fidget rings. Yeah, so that was kind of the whole significance behind that. They're just fidgets that I can wear, that I can mess with. I'm training myself to not pick at my fingernails. Like I often will pick at the beds of my nails and around them, and sometimes when I get really anxious, it's so bad I'll make myself bleed. So this is to give my hand something else to do instead of picking at my skin. And the necklace, the pearls, well, pearl is a June birthstone, I believe. And so I thought I would get myself a birthstone necklace for my birthday. So, yes, my family gets me presents, but I think it's important to celebrate yourself as well on your birthday. Birthdays are very much a time to reflect on my progress in my own personal life. And so I also like to get myself small gifts or tokens along the way. Anyway, so let's get into the mid-year reflection. All right, so a quick recap. So 2024, the word of the year, or for this year for me, was reforged. Thinking about that scene in Lord of the Rings where it shows the shards of Narsil, the broken sword, and how ultimately that sword becomes reforged and is given a new name and is renewed and has a new destiny, blah, blah, blah. I really resonated with that moment. I tend to watch The Lord of the Rings once a year, and I was rewatching it last year, and yeah, that really got me. And especially as like I've shared about my name, the journey I'm going through, my goal is not healing in the sense of restoring or being what I was, but moving forward into whatever life has next for me and being something new. So going through my areas of focus, so learn graphic design, web development, and social media marketing. So I am very much learning that on the job right now as I go, and so that is definitely happening. I took a couple of courses through Coursera, and I've also have kind of like a mentor sort of who has helped me as I'm learning along the way, and then also just very practical of creating content on this platform and TikTok and learning how to grow an audience. Also the YouTube channel, The Future, F-U-T-R or F-U-T-U-R, I don't know. Anyway, Chris Doe's channel and his team there is so much to learn. Just these resources that they're literally giving away for free. So that's also been very helpful. He has a unique communication style, not entirely my vibe, but his sincerity is there. So anyway, I really like it. Continuing to work to find new ways to work effectively with my disabilities from home. Definitely been doing that. The routines that I've been sharing with you has been really helpful, and having a hybrid setup where I work 2 days at home and 2 days physically in the office, that's really been working. So I definitely been making progress in that area. Building a personal brand. I feel like right now my focus with that has been getting clear on what my message is and what I'm about, and I have really honed in on mental health, living with chronic illness, being neurodivergent, and sharing what I learn along the way. And hopefully that's been coming through with the videos that I've been showing and sharing my journey, the ups and downs of life with chronic illness. And I am working on my first attempt at creating something that I'm hoping will be helpful. I am trying to write a couple of, I don't want to tell you. I don't like telling what I'm working on because I feel like it ruins it. So if it happens, you'll see it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's okay. But I am working on actually creating something that's it's still free. I'm not trying to sell any branded products right now around this, but some videos that are actually meant, you know what, I'm going to shut up. The point is, I'm working on something. I'm hoping it works out. Finish my collection of art sculptural drapes. I want a total of 10 pieces. I did complete the final piece. So if you go back, there's a video about my first art show, and that was the final piece. It's a piece called Everything Is Okay. It's a gold canvas that's cut in places with black fabric that's been molded using a mixture of water and Mod Podge coming out of it. And so I've been doing a series of artworks using fabric textiles, if you want to use the official term. Anyway, and so yeah, I was able to finish that with that art show. That was the final piece of the 10-piece collection. A couple of pieces I can't show you, 3 pieces I can't show you because I actually gave them away as gifts. But still, I accomplished my objective, which was to create 10 pieces around this theme of using textiles and such. We have my art publicly displayed in 3 locations. So that is the case. One is at my friend's coffee shop that I showed you in a recent video. Another one is at a shop called Made Global. I have a couple of pieces there. And then my 3rd location was doing the art show. And so I did accomplish that, which is really exciting. I feel like I should have raised that, but I just didn't imagine. I really didn't know if I was going to meet that one this year, to be honest with you. I continue compiling my blog posts, podcast episodes, and journal entries for a new book to hopefully publish in 2025. So I'm gonna start on that again. I had to put a pause on that because I realized I couldn't finish my poetry book and be working on this next book at the same time. I just don't have time for that. So I will be starting that well, really tomorrow. So I skipped one. Publish my 2nd book of poetry. So that is done. I accomplished that. My second book of poetry is published. It is on lulu.com. I will try to remember to post a link in the description. That is officially out, as well as a re-release of my first book of poetry. So Words to My Brain Volumes 1 and 2 are both available on Lulu. Again, the author will be Eric, my pen name / username / maybe one day my all-time always name. I don't know what I'm looking for in my bag. I thought I brought the books with me, but I didn't. If I think about it, I'll do like a little thingy where I can show you. Good grief. And then finally, continue developing a hobby to support my physical health. So I have been doing what is it called, rucking. Basically walking around, going for walks with weights in a backpack. And I have been consistently doing that all year. I don't really have a physical hobby, which is kind of what I really want. So I don't know that I've really met that. I do have a regular physical activity. I would say that going for walks in the woods and making videos while I do them is definitely a hobby, and having the weight on my back is helping my cardiovascular health. Last I checked, my average heart rate had lowered a little bit, so I think that's a good sign. And yeah, so that is so that's kind of my mid-year check-in. And so going forward, I'm going to try to continue with all of this and start working on my next book project. And yeah, so that is that. So what about you? Have you taken time to take a look at those goals you set for yourself at the beginning of the year? If not, how do they say that? This is your sign to do a check-in on your goals and see where you are. And if you haven't made the progress you want to, that's okay. Have self-compassion for yourself. Like, these check-ins are meant to be done with compassion. The idea is to get a sense of what's working, what's not working. If you're not where you want to be with those goals, and ask yourself why. What is getting in your way? If it's your health, if it's outside obstacles you can't control, that's all right. You might need to modify them and adjust them, like I did. Like, I was supposed to be working on my poetry book and the 2025 book at the same time. But at the Equinox check-in, I realized I can't do that. I had to slow down. I was taking some online courses for the social media content creation thing I want to be doing. I had to stop and just say, find mentors, find YouTube videos you can watch. I just can't follow a course schedule right now. And so I modified it. So I'm still doing it. Goal is to learn. So I'm still learning, just had to change it up a little bit. So I would encourage you to do the same. What are your goals? What are your hopes? What are your dreams? Where are you at? And then is there a slight adjustment you can make to make sure that you're at least moving, even if it's slowly, moving in the direction of what you want for your life. So for now, it is time for your next adventure. I'll miss you. Cheers.